So I'm pretty sure we're all aware of how most businesses are literally dying or getting killed due to rising ad costs on every single platform. Just on Meta alone, every single year, ad costs are rising by 10% year over year. And it says here that Meta ad costs have been on the rise with a significant jump of 14% in the average price per ad in the Q4 of 2024. So as you can see, this is just going to get more and more crazy every single year, and a lot of businesses will be dying. But how do you still become profitable with ads? And these are some business owners that are constantly growing every single month. Most of these business owners spend tens of thousands of dollars a day on ads, and they're still profitable every single month. They're growing every month, all because they all have this one thing in common. This one thing here is what keeps all of these businesses alive while most plummet due to these rising ad costs. So what is this common thing that the biggest business owners have in common? And that would be none other than a personal brand that is the face of their business. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So as you can see here, Alex Ramosi, he is a dialed in YouTube content system and an Instagram where he's posting 1 to 2 times per day, giving away valuable content, right? Grant Cardone, he also has his YouTube channel and he has his short form content here, which is getting more and more views, building up trust and attracting ideal buyers. Gary Vee, he also has a dialed in content system where he's posting very good content related to what he does, related to his business, and he's building trust. This is the one thing where all these business owners have in common. Your personal brand and how you actually strategize your personal brand is what will actually build trust. And trust and more competition is the reason ad costs are rising. And the only way to combat that is by having a dialed in personal brand. Here's the truth about content. You don't need to post every single day. It's not about going viral. It's about strategic leverage. And that's what every single one of these business owners here use in their business, right? So let me just show you an example of that. I took my client from 242 followers and very, very busy. He didn't know what he was doing with content. Probably very similar situation to you right now. And we took him to over 78,000 followers, literally millions of views. And the good thing about this, it's not random virality. All of these views and all this virality is all maintained within his niche, right? And doing this, all organic content, by the way, no paid ads, led to him getting a fully booked out calendar, high ticket deals, and a $500,000 deal, right? As you can see here, he's closing 3 high ticket deals a week. His calendar is staying filled. And look here, he has one pending that is worth $500,000, right? All from organic content that we've done for him. And this is what's going to give his business the ability to build trust with people, right? He's going to be able to completely separate his business from other businesses because he actually has a personal brand in the face of his business. So you're probably guessing, so what type of content system do I need to build to get these results, right? Or to be able to build trust with an audience and make them actually realize I'm a legit person? You need to understand and define your buyer, and define your buyer with one painful problem, right? A mistake that I made, like when I went viral for myself, I got 50,000 followers on my Instagram. Let me just show you my Instagram real quick. So I got 50,000 followers on my Instagram, right? And as you can see here, these are some of my viral videos right here. And yeah, one mistake that I did when I went viral was that I didn't really talk to one specific buyer, and I didn't talk to one specific problem. And that's something you must do if you want to attract the right buyers and get them in mass. So this is the content system that all of these biggest business owners use to combat the rising ad costs and actually build a personal brand that people want to use, right? And want to, like, they can literally touch anything into gold because they have a personal brand. They can take literally any offer in the world and sell it because they have a strong personal brand. So first of all, you want to use short form content to grab attention, right? So this is going to be your top of funnel content. Then you want to use long form YouTube videos to educate and build deep trust with people. So this is going to be your middle of funnel content. Now, you can also use short form content where you go over, specific client results or stuff like that for middle of funnel content. And then you can go over useful Instagram stories, CTAs, and appointment setters to convert all of this traffic into actual leads, right? And there's actual leads and actual conversions and cash collected. So direct everyone from here back to your YouTube, back to your Instagram, or you can just direct them to wherever you want to from that, right? But Instagram is truly the best platform out there because it has stories, it has posts, photos, you can message people, you can interact with people. There's no other platform where you can do all of that in once that people actually use, right? And if you're talking about TikTok, there's no sophisticated buyers on TikTok, let's be real. So this is the funnel that you need to be using. And let me break down each step of the funnel so you can understand what you need to be doing. And by the way, if you want me to implement this whole funnel for you, then you can click the first link in the description and I'll show you exactly what this system will look like inside of your business. So yeah, click the first link in the description and I'll show you exactly what it'll look like in your business. Now, this is top of funnel, right? Everything starts on the top of funnel. If you have no top of funnel, then you have no one to even look at your offer and you have no one that's going to buy your offer. So it all starts with strategic viral content on Instagram. So basically you want to post viral style reels that stay inside of your niche. You want to talk to one person and one problem, right? Again, so think about your ideal client avatar. What is one specific problem they always have when they come to your business? Let's say that you're a tax attorney. And the most common problem is that people don't know how to file taxes or they don't know tax loopholes that they can do to save more on their tax every single year, right? So talk to that one person in your content and go over solutions to that problem. Go over tax strategies, go over stuff like that. That is how you're going to actually attract those people onto your page. Really, the key to really going viral on really any platform is researching other viral videos, but only in your niche, right? This is how I helped my client Andre get millions of views as a tax attorney, right? Boom, 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 across platforms. We researched what performed the best in his niche and we adapted everything back to his offer, right? So my team researches everything. Now we have a full content bank of content ideas that are proven to perform well for him, and then we script out all of his content, we do all the content for him, we strategize, and that's how you get lots and lots of views that are related to your niche, right? It's crazy. It's really, really smart. That way you're literally creating content that's proven to perform well, it will perform well. Now the goal here on top of funnel is to just drive in new qualified followers who resonate with your POV, right? Now, this is where we go on to middle of funnel. Your goal here is to now build authority and trust. So this is where you can take people from Instagram to YouTube and send them to long form videos, or you could just take people from your Instagram and send them to more videos on your Instagram, or where you can start messaging people, start doing that type of stuff. So yeah, let me just show you an example. Alex Ramosi, he always sends people from his Instagram to his YouTube to get nurtured. And as you can see here, he has many YouTube videos. And this is why he's also been able to build up such a big trust with people, because of his YouTube. And his Instagram fuels literally everything of his business. So yeah, you can post YouTube videos solving specific client problems. Like for example, you're watching this video because you have a business and you may be running ads and you want to learn how do I actually build a strong brand that can reduce my ad costs, how every single successful business owner is doing these days. Talk about case studies broken down in stories or captions. So for example, client result case studies, right? Example, how I went over a client result here. I talked about how he went from 242 to 78K. And basically, if you want to do a middle funnel content piece about that, you can basically do an Instagram reel where you talk about how you did it and the steps of that. That's really good for leads as well. So this can also be bottom of funnel content. And you also want to show your vulnerable side. I don't know why I said that weird, but your vulnerable side. Why can't I say that? But anyways, you're right. A huge trend nowadays on social media is showing the harsh realities of your life, right? If you're a business owner, showing how maybe 1 month you had a bad month, or 1 month you're super stressed. Nowadays, right, and trust me, I watch lots of Instagram reels. I know what's up to date. I know exactly what's working to this day, every single day. And showing your vulnerable side is a very big trend that has been spiking recently, and making people build that deeper connection with you. Because a lot of people, you see everyone's wins, right, but you don't see their losses. And this is something that's really taking off right now. So You really want to show your vulnerable side as well. I know you probably don't want to do that, but that's just how social media works. Not everyone likes to do it, but the ones that stand out do it. And you want to talk about client journeys, process breakdowns, and expertise. You get the point, right? You want to position yourself as the go-to expert to start to build trust. Trust is really everything. If someone buys from you, trust is why someone reaches out to you. Trust is why someone would ever click onto your link. Trust is simply everything. And that's why personal branding is so important, because it's how you build trust in 2025. In 2015, you could just run a bunch of ads, and if they saw your face many times, they would trust you. But now, like, they see ads from every single person in the world. You need a personal brand that they resonate with, right? They see your vulnerable side. They see your case studies. They see your how-to frameworks. This is what business is in 2025. And that's the harsh reality of marketing, but that is what it is, right? And then the bottom of funnel content. So this is where you're starting to really generate revenue and close all the deals that you've got from warming everyone up. This is why Instagram is so powerful, because you have your Instagram stories to really, really nurture and build connections. You have more reels to retarget them. You can send DMs, right? So you can close people in the DMs, text them, be like, hey, and you have like a sequence, and then everything, right? So that's why Instagram is so powerful. So you can bring people back to Instagram from your YouTube for DM conversations, start posting client wins, funnel breakdowns, and before and after. Basically, a lot of the middle funnel content also blends in with bottom funnel content, if I'm going to be honest. But Instagram stories is just, this is where most business owners sell a lot of their products, if I'm going to be dead honest. Instagram stories. So you can go over, to be honest, not really. Polls, no one gives a shit about polls, let's be real. It's basically just, the main thing that works about Instagram stories is like just showcasing client results in like a real world scenario, or just talking about things you've learned in your business. And then people just watch you more and more, they learn from you, and they be like, oh yeah, I know, I like this guy, you know, what he says makes sense. You can add in FOMO in your stories, and then all that, then you could tell people to book at a call, or you can send them to free trainings. You can send them towards lead magnets, whatever you have, trainings, etc. And this is where you basically turn your warm followers that got warmed up from the middle funnel to leads and buyers. And this is basically the content funnel that you need to follow. Top of funnel, middle funnel, and bottom of funnel. And you need to follow that because ads are truly getting so expensive because there's more competition and people don't trust people. This funnel above is basically how you separate yourself from the market and build trust. For example, if you have a firm and you are the face of your personal brand, you're building strong content, you have a really dialed in Instagram where you're showcasing client results, you're showing your vulnerable side, you're showing everything behind the scenes, you're giving away value. Do you really think that you're not going to just skyrocket past everyone else here that have the same offers, same marketing, everything, they're just running ads? Like, obviously you're going to go way higher than all of those people because you have a personality. People actually can see you. People can actually get nurtured by you. Personal brands is literally the most important thing because trust is the most important thing. And if you have more trust, then you have the most important currency in the digital age. Trust is simply the most important currency in the digital age. It's why anyone will ever buy from you. And that's why everyone is obsessing over personal brands. That's why you see the biggest business owners in this space all growing their personal brands on YouTube and especially on Instagram to get the top of funnel traffic. And that's just where the world is heading right now. So by the way, if you have any questions for me on how to grow your personal brand, then you can literally message me and I'll respond to every single one of you guys. I do actually respond on my Instagram, so feel free to message me any questions. If you want me to implement the same system that took my client Andre from 242 followers to now 80,000 followers, then you can just click the first link in the description and I'll show you exactly what it's going to look like inside of your business to help grow your brand and obviously get more leads for you. But apart from that, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you gained value. I hope it showed you exactly what you should be doing to reduce your ad costs. And yeah, I just showed you the harsh reality of marketing in 2025. And it's only going to get more important, right, in 2026, 2027, 2028. As the digital age grows, the need for people to trust you more will grow, right? So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe so you can see more of this content, and I'll see you in the next video.